ever meadery, honey gets transformed into, well, moonshine. Earlier reserved for the kings and the royalty, Meads, the world's oldest alcoholic gluten-free beverage, is here on a platter for all of us to relish. Let's take a look at how it's made.
The Moonshine Meadery journey began after its founders came across a new story on mead. The article piqued their curiosity, but Rohan Rehani and Nitin Vishwas couldn't find the beverage in the Indian market.
So we did the next natural thing that engineers would do. We're like, let's try and find it, and failing that, we're like, you know what, let's try and make it. And that is how we started. That few kitchen experiments turned out into something which was, a lot bigger.
Raising a sum of 55 lakh rupees from family and friends, the childhood buddies marked their own niche with Moonshine Meadery. Their mission was to bring back the elixir of the gods and connect with the Indian ancient culture.
The word mead comes from the Indo-Latin word medu, which comes from the Sanskrit word madhu. So this is an ancient beverage found in every civilization all over the world. Making meads is seemingly quite straightforward. You take honey, you take water, you add yeast, you add some nutrients, and you let it ferment. The yeast breaks down the fermentable sugars in the honey into carbon dioxide and ethanol. The carbon dioxide bubbles out, and ethanol remains behind. That's the super simple way. Of course, it's a lot more complex. We also add fruits, so that adds another layer of complexity. We don't use anything artificial. Our honey is super pure. The fruits that we get are from either local markets or we know the farmers directly. So we spend a lot of time and effort into getting the supply chain right and making sure the value stream is really intact as per the brand values are concerned.
Moonshine Meadery also holds weekly tours to familiarize people with their freshly brewed meads.
The answer that we're trying to solve is why should your alcohol be an acquired taste? And what we promise consumers is a better drink rather than a bitter drink. Because one, it's not bitter, and second, because we use all natural ingredients and products.
Moonshine Meadery has a cumulative sale of approximately 30 crore rupees since its incorporation, still in the burn stage. The product's price point is smack where the slightly premium beer pricing starts. The hope Rehani and Vishwas say is to prompt consumers who would otherwise pick up a beer to opt for a pint of mead instead. But lately, their brand awareness has skyrocketed.
Post-COVID, we've grown 4x. It's been a great journey. I think a combination of the fact that people were willing to do deliveries, governments allowed delivery to happen, allowed us as a brand to, despite having smaller width of distribution, people were able to ask for moonshine and find a store that was willing to deliver to them, has really sort of rocketed our awareness within the consumer base. We are now starting to see an expansion that is a little faster than we envisaged, so which is why we've sort of doubled our capacity in the last 3 months, just so that we could start catering to the larger volume.
Currently, the brand is available across 7 states, with Haryana being the recent one. The company is also foraying into international markets, Dubai and Australia being the first two.
The first 3 years we were the only meadery in the market, and however in the last 2 years we've heard of almost 8 meaderies that are entering India, or rather have opening operations in India, which is good because it's going to help grow the category.
Moonshine Meadery already has multiple flavors on the cards and is all set to take the ancient brew to new heights. In Pune, Shreya Chandra.